Hi, welcome to Magic Spiral's Fidelity Road Studios. This workspace is centered around the Tascam 688 MIDI Studio. Released in 1990, this cassette recorder represents the height of analog cassette technology. And today we're going to have a look at the Tascam 688 MIDI Studio to see what makes this machine such a marvel of engineering. The 688 is separated into two sections, a 10-channel mixer and a multi-track recorder. The recorder section has a digital patching system, also known as a scene display. This controls the internal routing of channels to various tracks. Of course, our storage and playback medium is the compact cassette. Traditionally, the cassette tape has a real estate of only 4 tracks, 2 for stereo left and right for side A, and again for side B. The 4-track enabled us to unlock the potential of the cassette for multi-track recording and spawned a revolution in home recording. One can imagine the limitations of only having 4 available tracks. Tascam upped the ante and engineered a way to squeeze twice as many tracks onto the humorously small cassette tape. The 688 achieves this with a specialized tape head which partitions the tape into 8 audio segments. It might appear like this is cutting the audio quality in half, and it would be easy to assume that this is creating compromise with a format that is already notoriously unstable with problems like crosstalk and tape hiss. But surprisingly, the 688 works some magic to offer some stability and impressive sound quality. If you're already familiar with cassette-based recording, then it makes sense to think of the 688 as an expanded 4-track. The same precautions taken with cassettes apply here. The major difference between the 688 and other cassette-based recorders starts with the scene display. Getting around this internal patching system requires a steep learning curve, but it's well worthwhile. Once you acclimate to the digital patching matrix, you'll find that it's intuitive and offers plenty of possibilities in routing and control. Another feature this machine has that other cassette recorders don't is Midi implementation. At the expense of track 8, we get a sync track that allows for MIDI clock to be printed to tape. This comes in handy if we wanted to sync any additional MIDI instruments in time to previously recorded tracks. As a standalone unit, this machine is a joy to work with, and the added warmth that tape provides to the tracks is an added bonus. Let's see how I integrate this analog recorder with computer-based technology. My keyboards and drum machine are plugged into the mixer section. Sometimes instruments are consolidated onto a single track to make room for more. This is how my backing tracks are done. Then I'll add additional instruments or vocals until I run out of tracks. Since I use many stereo tracks, it doesn't take much to run out. Once the tracks are filled, I plug the tape outs into an audio interface. I play the tape back and record the individual tracks into Pro Tools or Logic Pro. Now I can process, mix, and add more tracks within the computer. This extra step might seem backwards to some, but I enjoy the workflow and I like how this machine sounds. It just adds a vibe to my space that you can't get from a computer. I like to incorporate the best of both analog and digital worlds. Up next, I'll be taking you on a journey through the internal patching matrix of the Tascam 688, so stay tuned. In the meantime, we've got a lot of projects coming up, so check us out at magicspiral.com or reach out to us on your favorite social media site and I'll be more than happy to answer any of your questions. I'm Landon with magicspiral.com and happy recording.